Hello and welcome to this week's edition of the digital and social media news for leaders of nonprofits, churches, and faith-based organizations. I'm Natchi Lazarus, and this week we have news about Twitter, Facebook, Google, augmented reality coming to online maps, and China's digital currency plans. This is the show where we bring you the top 5 news you need to know for this week in less than 5 minutes. Let's get started. Our first big news of this week is about China's cryptocurrency plans. Earlier this week, Bloomberg reported that People's Bank of China is very close to releasing or issuing its own cryptocurrency. Ever since Facebook talked about Libra, its cryptocurrency, central banks from around the world have been on high alert, thinking about their own cryptocurrency or digital currency versions, or seeing how this is going to impact the monetary policies. And many central banks, including PBOC, have issued statements that digital assets like cryptocurrencies have to come under the oversight of central banks in order to prevent potential foreign exchange risks. Now, this is a space that as leaders, it's important for us to watch, because digital currencies are going to be an inevitable part of our digital future. So we will keep track of it, and we will keep you posted on the developments. Our next news is about augmented reality coming to online maps. Google Maps announced a new feature last week. It's a beta feature called Live View. Now, Live View puts arrows and directions in the real world footage. When you point your phone to a real world location, it will show you arrows on where to go. Have you ever been in a situation where you get to a point on Google Maps, and then there are many streets and you don't know, when it says left, you don't know which left, is it this left or the left adjacent to it, and that kind of confusion. Now you can just point your camera and you will see an arrow on top of the location saying which street you need to take. So it's a big leap, and it's an important technological advancement. So if you have an Android or iOS phone with AR capabilities, then you should be able to check it out right now. Update your Google Maps and go check it out. Our next news is about Facebook. Wall Street Journal reported last week that Facebook is approaching news outlets like ABC News and Washington Post, offering them millions of dollars to license their content. Now, this is a strategy that Facebook is adopting before it launches its News tab. Earlier, its CEO talked about News tab as one of the ways to deal with fake news. So the plan of Facebook is to have this tab called News inside the app, where you click on it and you consume news from trusted publishers and trusted sources, so that you don't have to wonder whether this news that you're consuming within Facebook is fake news or not. That problem is kind of getting dealt with. So that is the long-term plan of Facebook with respect to news. Our next news is about Twitter. Twitter seems to be working on a search functionality within the direct messaging inbox by keywords. Now, this could be very useful for people with a lot of personal conversations, because earlier searching through the personal conversation on Twitter was not easy. You have to keep scrolling. Now you can search them through keywords. It's a welcome feature, and I think it's going to benefit a lot of users. Hey, before we move on to the final news from Google, I want to take a moment to encourage you to subscribe and follow us wherever you're watching this, so that you do not miss another episode. If you want to receive this on WhatsApp, then visit natchi.net/WhatsApp and you can subscribe there. I thank you. I appreciate it. Let's move on. Our final big news of this week is from Google. Google announced last week about the changes in the image search. Now, when you search for an image on Google and you see all the search results, you can click on any image and a new side panel will open up, which will remain there even when you're scrolling through the images. This is a new one. And as you scroll through and you click on another image, you will be able to go back and forth in the side panel. Now, apart from just listing the details of the image, Google is also interestingly adding the e-commerce components like pricing of the product. Suppose it's an e-commerce product, it will add the pricing, the reviews, and so on to help you make a buying decision. So they are not only improving the search, but they're also helping people buy through the search directly. So if you are an organization that has an e-commerce component built into your business or your nonprofit, then you might want to take note. There are instructions from Google for developers on how to make their product appear in this listing. So do check it out. Well, that's all I have for you this week. Thank you for joining me. If you like to dig deeper into any of the stories we talked about, we've got the source links and all the details in our news page, natchi.net/news. Please share this with other leaders of nonprofits, churches, and faith-based organizations. And I will see you next week with another set of news items. Until then, have a fantastic week. Stay connected. Stay blessed. God bless you. Bye-bye.